This week on The Splash, we get to meet the new officers of the Chamber of Commerce. Then we take a look at updates to Fire Station number 3. And later, we see the passport services offered at Town Hall. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, all so that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash. Welcome to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin, and as always, thank you for joining us. The West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce recently welcomed their new board officers in a special ceremony. Reporter Tyler Kieft has more.
The Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce gathered recently to usher in new leadership and set forth its goals for building business and community in Greater West Bloomfield. The Chamber of Commerce gathered for a beautiful ceremony at Notting Hill of West Bloomfield, ushering in a brand new board and with it an updated effort to continue to support business in Greater West Bloomfield.
The board is here to help grow not only the chamber but the members' business, and that involves helping them with business tips. It involves helping them with managing their company, and we are here to help other businesses and the community grow.
The new board of business leaders set forth their goals for 2018, keen on continued growth and an effort to help new businesses thrive in our community.
Speaking to a lot of them, they seem to really want to grow and expand. They're very imaginative. They've got a big idea for what they want to do for West Bloomfield. And I think when you have a board of people who want to do the same thing, who are all on the same level, that really makes for a positive change.
I think there's a lot of energy behind the board this year. I think we're all excited to get things moving. And our first meeting's coming up where we're going to start to address the new year and all the opportunities of seminars. I think it's going to be a great year for the community to really see how the chamber can impact it locally.
With new leadership and new goals, the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce hopes to build on the successes of 2017 to make 2018 another great year for Greater West Bloomfield. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Tyler Kieft.
To get an inside look at the new officers, you can find out more at civiccentertv.com/2018 Chamber Officers. Fire Station number 3 will be looking a little different in the future. John Atwater has those details.
West Bloomfield's Fire Station 3 is now closed and slated for demolition in the spring of 2018, with plans to rebuild it within a year.
Station 3 has served the West Bloomfield community for 64 years. It was built as a two-man station in 1954 for a community that was much smaller than it is today. As the community has grown over the years, so have the needs of the fire station. In the 1970s, a garage was added to the building to house the station's fire trucks, and in 2016, the station was closed for renovations. But now the fire department has decided to decommission Station 3 for a total demolition and rebuild. This decision was made in part because of unsafe building materials that were used in the 60s and 70s. Another large factor is that Station 3 needs to be running as a 4-person station, as opposed to the 2-person station it was originally built for.
What we've seen with the call volume in the township is we really need a rescue and ambulance to run out of this station to keep our response plan covered. So that puts 4 people here, 2 on our ambulance, 2 on the fire engine. So we'll now have the facilities to support that.
A luncheon was held at the fire station and a small ceremony was held out front to commemorate its service to the West Bloomfield community. This gave past firefighters and community members one last opportunity to tour the station. During construction, staff and equipment will be redistributed to Fire Station 1. Bids for the general contractor are out and expected to come in at the end of the month. Early estimated costs for the project are expected to be in the $3 to $3.5 million range. The project is expected to be completed by late 2018.
Radio shows Engine 7 and Tanker 3 in service on their way to Fire Station 1. Radio's clear at 12:55.
John Atwater reporting for The Splash.
To see more updates, be sure to stop by civiccentertv.com/Fire Station 3. Coming up, we take a look at Town Hall's passport services. And later, we have a new episode of Sidewalk Talk.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. Now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin. Passport photos and applications no longer have to be tedious or difficult. I stopped by Town Hall to speak to Township Clerk Debbie Binder about this very topic. If you have ever traveled internationally, you know that acquiring a passport can sometimes be a long, tedious process. Township Clerk Debbie Binder has been a forerunner in our township when it comes to passport services offered at Town Hall.
It's a nice service to offer to our residents, and that they could go to the post office, and a lot of times it's more difficult to get an appointment or to wait in line. So many municipalities are passport acceptance agencies, which means we flow the passport through us to the passport agency.
We have 6 acceptance agents who are always willing to help. We're open the second Wednesday of every month till 6:30, so that adds a few hours to people that might come back from work.
Town Hall offers passport photos and help with renewing passports, and there are many things Town Hall passport acceptance agents are on the look for.
A couple of them are scarves around the face, covering any part of the face. If your eyes are shut or your pupils are not completely visible, hair obscuring your face, glasses again, sometimes shadows in the background. We have a white background is what the Department of State suggests.
The new guidelines require that people can't have glasses or smile. So our passport acceptance agents are trained to know the specifics of what's required in the photographs. So we started offering that as a convenience, and that one-stop shop has been very well received by our residents. They don't have to go to one place and have a photo taken, then come here to finish their passports. They can do it all in one spot.
The convenience of being able to have experienced and trained professionals nearby to help with applying for a passport is something our residents are pleased with.
It really is heartwarming, and it's fun, because when people come and they maybe haven't found what Town Hall has to offer them, they come and find out how much more convenient it is, and that we're here, that we try to maintain hours that accommodate different needs, that our staff does know what they know. I think that they find it really is a convenience for our residents.
For more information on this and other services offered at Town Hall, you can find out more by going online at wbtownship.org. There is no doubt our friends at Town Hall work hard to make our lives easier. You can find more helpful links to passport services at civiccentertv.com/WBPassport. In this episode of Sidewalk Talk, Samana Sheik asked local residents their thoughts about a brand new topic.
This summer, I'm going to Spain. What country would you like to visit this year?
I'll probably go the Bahamas, and because it's just nice sun and the ocean, nice weather out there.
Fiji.
And why is that?
Well, I've always wanted to go there. I mean, from what I hear, the climate is very nice. The atmosphere is nice, relaxing. I just need to get away from this cold.
I would go to Italy because I just think it looks cool.
What part of Italy?
I don't know. I'd have to go all over probably, but I'd like to go down to Sicily as well.
South Africa.
And why is that?
I've gone to Ghana, and I've been to several other countries, and it's just on my bucket list. The safari is probably my biggest reason for wanting to go there.
Probably Mexico because it's nice.
If you could visit any foreign country this year, where would you go and why?
I would probably go to Italy. My mom's Italian, so I would love to see my heritage and my roots.
What part of Italy?
Sicily.
You're the second person to say that today.
See, we're wonderful people. We just want to go back home sometimes.
Ghana. Accra, Ghana, because I've always had this affinity for the continent of Africa.
I would definitely visit Bora Bora. I'm really interested, and the Kardashians and the Obamas went there, and I saw it on TV, and it looks gorgeous. I've always wanted to go there.
And you would get an amazing tan from that, too.
Yeah, except I burn.
The Dominican Republic.
And why is that?
Because I've always wanted to go to the Dominican Republic. I heard they have great beaches and beautiful women.
The zip lining is amazing, too. That's what I heard.
That's right.
As always, we appreciate your input, West Bloomfield. Join us again for another episode of Sidewalk Talk.
If you'd like to see some of our other fun and interesting questions on the show, you can do so anytime and anywhere by visiting our website at civiccentertv.com/sidewalktalk. And now it's time for our Civic Center event update, where we provide you with all the latest that's happening around Greater West Bloomfield. And if you'd like to stay up to date on all of the following current events yourself, you can visit civiccentertv.com/events. Let's get started. The Henry Ford Maple Grove Center, West Bloomfield, is offering their Share support group for people who have experienced longer than 6 months of continuous sobriety from alcohol and drug use and are in need of free beneficial support. Taking place weekly from 7:30 p.m. until 9:30 p.m., this group is for adults only, and the purpose is to share coping strategies, express needs and concerns, as well as to connect with others who are successfully moving forward into an addiction-free life. For more information, contact Lisa Kaplan at 248-661-6100. Coming up on January 31st from 7 until 8:30 p.m. at the I Center at Orchard Lake Middle School, the Greater West Bloomfield Community Coalition is holding their How to Live a Balanced Life event. Experts on the topic, including Dr. Kathy Chen, Christina Polk, Martha Adair, and Andrew Fortunato, will be there to discuss topics such as balancing family needs, how food can improve your life, how to successfully interact with your special needs child without losing your own life balance, and more. For more information, be sure to contact Lisa Berkey at 248-928-4942. It's almost time once again for the annual Key to the Township Awards. Nominations are due on February 1st for awards in several categories. To nominate somebody for an award, write a paragraph about why the person you are nominating deserves the honor. Help the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce honor those individuals who work, live, play, or have some connection to the West Bloomfield community. For more information, contact the Chamber office at 248-626-3636 or visit westbloomfieldchamber.com. On Thursday, February 1st at the West Bloomfield Parks Recreation Activities Center, you are invited to go on a free hike with your child during the Mommy and Me Hike event. Taking place from 10:30 a.m. until 11:30 a.m., this hike is sure to be a fun, memory-making experience. A park naturalist will be on hand to lead the hike and answer questions. As the trail path is unpaved, it is recommended that if you bring a stroller, it is suited for outdoor use. In case of inclement weather, this event will be moved indoors with special activities for all. To register, visit wbparks.org. It's Groundhog Day on February 2nd, and the West Bloomfield Recreation and Activities Center is gearing up for their Groundhog and Friends live animal show, taking place from 6:30 p.m. until 7:45 p.m. Get up close and learn about groundhogs and other mammals as park experts bring in live animals to demonstrate many unique and unknown facts about these fascinating creatures. This event is $13 for residents and $15 for non-residents, and children must be at least 3 years old to attend. Registration is required for adults and children, so go online to wbparks.org to secure your spot. If you're a book lover like me, then you definitely don't want to miss the annual Friends of the West Bloomfield Township Public Library used book sale. It's coming up on February 2nd through February 4th. This used book sale is taking place in the meeting room of the library, and the hours of the sale are Friends of the Library only preview sale, February 2nd from 7 to 9 p.m., open to the public sale Saturday, February 3rd from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m., and a final open to the public sale on Sunday, February 4th from noon until 5 p.m. Come in to find books in all genres imaginable, from history, science, art, cooking, fiction, nonfiction, youth and children's books, and much more. Entry to this event is free and no registration is required. Henry Ford Maple Grove Center is offering a series called Are You Concerned About Another's Drug Use? This workshop is held monthly on Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. and focuses on intervention resources, impact on both family and friends, as well as what addiction actually is, as well as a myriad of treatment options and plans to help those who need assistance. These sessions are specifically designed for adults only, and registration is needed for you to attend. You can register by calling Lisa Kaplan at 248-788-3005. On Saturday, February 10th from 2 p.m. until 3 p.m., join the West Bloomfield Public Library for a family program honoring African-American artists, inventors, and musicians. This free event is interactive, fun, positive, and something the whole family will enjoy. Each person showcased played an important role in history and helps to shape life as we know it today. People of all ages will enjoy this event. No registration is required, but if you would like more information, you can call the library at 248-232-2250. That concludes this week's events. However, if you're looking to find even more events going on in your neighborhood, then be sure to follow us at civiccentertv.com/events and look up our events calendar, or watch us here for more information on everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. As we head into the break, stay tuned, because afterwards I'll be talking with Alexa Randolph, West Bloomfield native and author of With Love, Ellla.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Civic Center TV is your home for everything Greater West Bloomfield. Here you can tune into community programming such as our weekly news magazine show, The Splash, as well as coverage of local events and meetings in Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and West Bloomfield. You can also watch all of your local programming online anytime at civiccentertv.com. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
Civic Center TV has gone social. Now it's easier than ever to watch, save, like, and share our videos online. See what's happening in your neighborhood, on the streets, and on the web at civiccentertv.com. Be a part of the conversation and get involved. We would love to hear from you. For links to our social media pages, visit us at our website or find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Sheena Monnin. In the studio with me this week is Alexa Randolph, West Bloomfield native and author of With Love, Ellla. Alexa, thanks for stopping by the studio today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, you are very accomplished at your age. You are a graduate of MSU. You have been involved in event planning, and now you're a published author.
Yes.
And all right here from West Bloomfield. This is really exciting to have you here with us today. Tell me a little bit about your progression, though. How did you go from getting your education, using your education, to now being a published author?
Well, actually, I started doing some writing like when I was little. I used to love writing letters to like my family and cards when I was younger, and then I even wrote some short stories like in school, and I even wrote songs when I was little too. And then now I started writing this book when I was a junior in college.
Great, and here you are. Pretty awesome. Now, for those who are watching like me, we're like, wow, it's a beautiful cover if you want to hold up the book. What is the message of With Love, Ellla? It's a very captivating title. What is it about?
It's actually about a successful event planner from New York, Hamptons, and she is with her longtime best friend and boyfriend, who is an NFL quarterback, Daniel, and they are finally getting to plan their own wedding when she unfortunately gets some devastating news that kind of turns their world upside down. But you're going to have to wait and see what happens.
Darn it,
I want to
know.
get married or they're not. I don't know. You're going to have to wait and find out. But it's a women's fiction love story. So
wonderful. Well, congratulations. Yeah. That's really very, very exciting.
Thank you.
Do you have any future books in the works? Maybe some set here in West Bloomfield? Like, what other kind of writing do you do?
I love to blog. I do have one in the works, another book that's actually a personal story. So that one's being set
right now, and I actually do write some songs on the side for fun, so I have a little bit of a mix of different things.
Wow, that's great. Wonderful. For those who are watching, maybe they're thinking, oh, I have a book inside of me too that I want to get out there. What would you say to them? What would be your advice for someone who's thinking maybe they want to put some thoughts on paper too?
I say to go for it. I think if you have any type of story, short story, novel, whatever it is, I say go for it. I say follow your passion, because you never know where it's going to lead you. I used to like to write letters. I didn't know I was going to have a full-length novel in me, let alone another one or even more ideas. You never know, and I just say go for it.
Absolutely. How can you look back on your life, if you can, and see how your life events, your life's journey, kind of influenced you as an adult now and influenced your writing? Like, how valuable are those life experiences?
I've actually had quite a few different experiences, like growing up, like with family and friends and just different things, and I kind of use that in my writing. Like, even some of my favorite things actually got put into the character. So I kind of
Can you give us a little preview? Like,
sure.
what?
Like, even some of my favorite coffee, or even my favorite wine, or like, yes, they're in there over 21. So, so just even like some parts of my boyfriend or my mom, like just parts of that are me are in the book.
Exciting, wonderful. Well, I'm excited to see where the future takes you, and thank you very much for stopping by and speaking with us today. And again, your book is called With Love, Ellla.
Yes, and it is also can be found on Amazon.
Great, I'm excited. Thank you so
you.
much. Once again, everyone, we've been speaking with Alexa Randolph, West Bloomfield native and author of With Love, Ellla. Now let's head over to another of our recurring episodes of Minute with Nature with park naturalist Lauren Azuri.
Hello and welcome to Minute with Nature. I'm your host, Lauren Azuri, the park naturalist for West Bloomfield Parks. We're outside our nature room today talking about endothermic and ectothermic animals, or more commonly known as warm-blooded and cold-blooded animals. So warm-blooded animals, for example, birds and mammals, can control their own temperature. So internally they're able to make themselves stay warmer no matter what the temperature is around them. Whereas our cold-blooded ectothermic animals, like fish, amphibians, reptiles, and some insects, they depend on their surroundings to regulate their temperature. So if they're in a cold environment, they are generally colder. If they're in a warm environment, they're generally warmer. That is why a lot of times you'll see reptiles like snakes sunning themselves on a black asphalt that absorbs heat, or you'll see turtles sunning themselves on a log because they need to get warmer. You'll also notice with ectothermic animals, those cold-blooded animals, that they're more sluggish and slower moving when their environment is cooler, because it does affect their muscles, and when their muscles are colder, they move slower. That's another difference too, is how they spend their winter. So warm-blooded endothermic animals, if they're not able to survive during the winter, they go into hibernation mode and they do like a long, deep sleep. Whereas cold-blooded animals like reptiles and amphibians, they do what's called brumination. They slow down completely. They almost have an antifreeze in their blood that keeps them surviving the winter under those below freezing temperatures. And that's the difference mainly between endothermic and ectothermic, or warm-blooded and cold-blooded animals. And that's your Minute with Nature.
You can watch other episodes of Minute with Nature anytime at civiccentertv.com/MWN. We now move on to our final segment on The Splash called Person of the Week, where we recognize those within the community who are either inspiring or providing toward others. This week's recipient is Sherry Stein, West Bloomfield resident and partner at Design Team Plus. While her work often involves dealing with the expectations of clients and creating masterful designs, Sherry also donates her time, expertise, and support to young people with hopes of designing their own project. Design Team Plus utilizes the mentoring of Sherry and her partners for students, and together they work on projects that benefit nonprofits throughout the Metro Detroit area. Sherry is using her expertise to help developing minds and designing dreamers see their ideas come to life, providing the guidance and opportunities that turn dreams into reality. Sherry Stein's giving nature translates to her professional life and beyond. She takes great pleasure in paying forward to our community some of the success and cultivation of talent that she has received, showing that giving of the mind is just as powerful as the giving of the heart, which is why she is our Person of the Week. If you know someone who is providing a service to their community, then let us know by sending an email to thesplash@civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate those who are making a difference in our area, and we appreciate all of your suggestions. That's going to do it for us this week, but remember, you can watch new episodes of The Splash every Monday at 5:30 p.m. or throughout the week for replays. You can also watch every episode online at civiccentertv.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook under Civic Center TV 15, YouTube at Civic Center TV 15, and on Twitter at Civic Center TV for more information. For all of our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Kego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Sheena Monnin. Thank you for watching The Splash.